What's up, guys? So we have some knives to check out. This is the Benchmade Tagged Out, and I believe this is the first time I'm featuring one on the channel. I think I tried it possibly at Blade Show, I can't remember. Aluminum backspacer, really nice aluminum too. I like how the orange, you know, from the thumb stud and the backspacer match. Kind of wish the hardware was like that, but the action is really good. This is riding on washers. D10 could be stronger. That is one thing, you know, I'm getting used to other companies' crossbar locks that do a bit stronger Omega springs, but this is really good, and I love the thwack it has when it does open. Really, really nice. This is S45VN, and I actually have this and then a couple other knives that we're going to quickly look at in for to tune up, because there's a guy from the community that lives in my area, so we met up and I told him he could bring a couple knives for me to tune up for him. The tip on this is broken, so we're gonna fix that up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take it from the spine or take it from the edge, but regardless, the handle is G10 and it does have very little liners. They're only like down to here. So super small liners, which makes this thing extremely lightweight, yet it is a full-size knife. Lockup is not super solid. I got a little bit of up and down, which can be common with some crossbar locks, but the ergonomics are really good. I have no doubt it's not a, you know, a super tough knife, but we'll see how the sharpening goes and how Benchmade's doing their S45VN. Let's get to the next one. Now, the next one that I got from the guy I met up with is the Cold Steel AK-47 Mini. I've never even seen this thing. I didn't even know this thing existed, to be honest, which is surprising. I have had the AK-47 on the channel before. I actually think I had it in for sharpening, and I did a full video on it. This is a small knife, but it still is, you know, a decent size for a lot of people. I can get a 3-finger grip right here with the 4th finger right over the ass end, but then I can also choke up, you know, and spread out a little bit. It is using the triad lock, which is the strongest locking system on a knife that exists. It has a hollow ground CTS XHP blade. I love Cold Steel CTS XHP. I'm not even sure if this thing exists anymore. It definitely doesn't exist in CTS XHP, probably because they moved all that to S35VN. D10's a little bit light, but once you get used to it, you know, because it's a back lock, it is very, it is pretty fidgety. Slow roll is really nice. It's very, very smooth on the washers. But this one will also get a sharpening. Now, what's crazy is how they did this plunge. They literally gave you a notch here, but then didn't start the edge till right there, and right there's thicker. That makes no sense at all why they would do it like that. Why not just cut this all the way out to the edge and do a proper choil, proper plunge grind? But G10 scales, super strong lock, very awesome hollow ground clip point blade in CTS XHP. Super tough, but super small. And then the last one he sent in is the Prottech Malibu. This is an iconic knife at this point. Most people love it. It's very fidgety. They tuned the D10 so well on this. This one is rock solid. I might be able to muscle a little bit of up and down, but it is a button lock, 20 CV steel, aluminum handles, great ergonomics. The blade shape is wonderful for EDC purposes. A little bit thicker on the geometry side, but these knives are amazing. I love these knives, and yeah. So this one I think is pretty popular in the knife community because it is such a good knife, and it's USA made. Actually, both of these were USA made except for this one. This one's made in Taiwan. So let's get to the next one. Now, this next one, really quick. I know I featured this on the channel, but it is about to drop for pre-order in just a couple days. So I figured I would let you guys know or remind you guys that this is dropping, I believe, on Friday. I'll write everything on the screen, exactly when it's dropping, the time and everything. So just look at the screen. It's really good, man. They did such a good job with this. KC Knives Fast. Shout out to KC. I'm actually going to be on his on one of his lives here coming up on February 5th. So stay tuned for that. Me and him will be getting together on a live. But S90V blade. Like I said, great design. They executed it perfectly. The handle is titanium with this carbon fiber inlay. There's going to be a couple different versions, a couple different options for the scales, and I believe the finish too. Phenomenal action, man. This thing is a fidgeter's dream, especially if you like reverse and thumb flick. The ergonomics also super good. These are slightly contoured. The deep carry clip works fantastic. This is a great clip, and you know, it is reversible, as you can see right there. Great access to the lock bar. Stupid smooth. And yeah, this is just an absolute badass knife. I think KC, this is KC's best yet. Now we have the new VOSTEED Nightshade. Now this is a new version with the bolster and micarta. Now I want to bring up a couple other knives. Actually, you know what, first, I really wish they would go back to polishing their micarta. I would love to see them go back to this micarta, or possibly just do the same finish. But this micarta, look at how good, you can see the quality in that micarta. Yeah, it's polished, but man, you can see the fibers are very consistent throughout the micarta. Really good quality. I love this one. This one's, you know, they don't do this exact one anymore. This was just one of the versions they did. And as you guys probably know, they do have the minis as well, which are really cool, man. For a small knife, this is a badass small knife. Super strong crossbar lock, very fidgety. They do a good job with that. It is riding on bearings. This one's the carbon fiber and aluminum one. And then we have the G10 one right here. 14C28M blade steel on this one, S35 on this one. These things are really cool. Like I said, if you like small knives, the thing is that this shape, whether you're getting this size or this size, this shape is just made for use. It literally, it's like it works with you, not against you, because the blade is aiming at everything you know you're cutting, or the direction you want to cut, and it helps trap materials. It kind of acts like a recurve, but anyways, this guy is the one that is dropping, that has, if you look at it, the bolster has a design on it, which is pretty damn cool. I can feel the laser etching in there. The micarta, like I said, I would love to see this stuff be that other stuff. This is good micarta. It's not bad, but I would just love to see it, you know, probably polished up just a little bit. The clip is, I think this is titanium. Yes, this is a titanium deep carry spring pocket clip. Perfect centering. The action and detent, I always say this about the Nightshades with the regular flippers. This has one of the most comfortable flippers that you could get on a knife. Because it's rounded, because of the jimping, it just allows you to build up pressure or do the light switch very comfortably. The reverse flick lands in a great place. Phenomenal detent. Great access to the lock bar. Super duper smooth. This one is new, so it hasn't even broken in yet, and it's damn near fall shut, if not already. Crown spine, and the geometry is really good on this one. Elmax steel. I should have said that right off the bat. Elmax steel. So this is using a super steel. It does have steel liners. I personally would love to see a titanium frame lock version of this as well, and an XL version. That would be badass. But very ergonomic. The pinch grips are great. And like I said, this thing works with you, not against you. So as a tool, when you actually start using it, you realize like how amazing this design is. And this design does come from a Schillen cutter. That is the design. It's a Schillen cutter design. And yeah, very cool. Now, really quick, the VOSTEED Raccoon in aluminum. This is by far my absolute favorite Raccoon yet. This just takes this one over the top in my opinion. Right here we have the brown flat aluminum with a back spacer and then a deep carry clip that's inset with flat screws and reversible. This one is the button lock version. So if you like the The Raccoon with a button lock, there you go. If you like it with the crossbar lock, here you go. And this one has textured aluminum or milled out aluminum. So this is deep milling. And yeah, man, these things are just so badass. Nice strong lock. They do a great job with tuning the detent with a crossbar lock. This is rock solid. This one's pretty much rock solid. Nope. I might be able to muscle a tiny, tiny bit up and down, but it also could break in. So that's, you know, I'm muscling the hell out of it to get that. So I'm not even going to hold that against it. The ergonomics are fantastic with this one. Nitro V steel on both of them. Just like I said, man, this is, if you want an affordable knife that feels very high quality and is going to be tough, it's going to last you, it's going to serve you well, it's going to sharpen up good, you know, all those things. It's just a great functioning tool. Check out the VOSTEED Raccoon, whether it's in the button lock or the crossbar lock. Crossbar lock's gonna have a stronger lock, button lock maybe a little bit more fidgety. But they're both super fidgety, so I don't know about that. Next is one of the ugliest knives I've ever seen. However, it winds up being actually pretty damn good, which is shocking because it's so ugly that it's hard for me to get over it. It really is. This thing is ugly as hell. It is bad. But the action and detent is super good. It has a nice sound. Thing rockets out there. Then you have these little holes that actually work. These two little holes with a fuller in between them actually works as a great way to deploy the knife. Then you have this front flipper that's kind of leaning forward a little bit. So it's very easy to use again. Even for a little chunky knife, this is a very easy front flipper. You can roll it around, you can snap it around, you can side finger it, you can reach over. It's great. Ergonomics, you know, it's small and chunky. So back here, you know, it's very ergonomic because I can squeeze the heck out of it because it's so thick. But when you choke up and you get like this, it's actually pretty good. I do feel the clip right here. I wish this ramp was not up so damn high because that's obnoxious. And the screws could be inset, you know, so that there's nothing in the way to get trapped. The access to the lock bar is good. I do like the chamfer they put right there with the texturing. They did a good job there. It is nice and smooth. Lock up, rock solid. So yeah, this one's pretty damn cool. The blade steel on this is DC53. If you don't know what that is, it's basically it's kind of like a D2. It has a D2, it's D2 with something added to it to give it better hardness and better wear resistance. So, and I think also toughness. So as far as my testing that I've done on it, which was a while ago, so it's been a while since I've tested it, it actually did really well. I was actually surprised how much I actually liked it. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did, especially when I heard that, you know, it was had some comparisons to D2, but after sharpening it, it didn't feel anything like D2. It took a polish really well. It held it pretty good, which D2 does not. So anyways, you know, all in all, you know, it's not going to be a super stainless steel or anything, but as long as you keep it clean, keep it dry, it should be fine. The geometry on this is really nice. Nice broad blade, gets down nice and thin. It's going to be a great little slicer. But to me, man, it's just hard for me to get over. Man, the detent is nice. I'm just trying to fail it. I can only fail it if I let the flipper tab hit me. But anyways, the point is that this thing is butt ugly. So you know, that's going to be tough to get over, even if you love the design, or sorry, not the design, even if you love everything else about the knife. So anyways, there you guys go. Just a quick look at a bunch of new knives. Work hard, stay tough. Until next time, peace.